The Kansas City Chiefs are apparently back at trying to reacquire all of the former Kansas City Chiefs there ever have been. In a report from Arrowhead Pride, we get the following quote: reporters who were in the locker room following the Kansas City Chiefs practice session on Thursday noticed two familiar players back with their teammates, and the Chiefs say both have been added to the team's practice squad. As expected, one of them is running back Keontae Ingram, who was activated to the 53-man roster last week before appearing in a handful of special team snaps during the team's 22-17 win over the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday night. The third-year player, who spent his first two seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, was waived from the team on Tuesday and cleared waivers on Wednesday. But the other returning player is a bit of a surprise. Tight end Jody Fortson is back with his former team, which first signed him as an undrafted free agent in 2019. He spent 2 seasons on the team's practice squad. Over 2021 and 2022, he appeared in 19 games, collecting 14 receptions for 155 yards and 4 touchdowns, and then missed the 2023 season on the team's injured reserve list with a shoulder injury sustained during training camp. In March, Fortson was allowed to walk in free agency. He then signed with the Miami Dolphins but was released on August 25th. So, the stat line on Jody Fortson is not particularly compelling. 18 targets over his 2 seasons active with the Kansas City Chiefs, 14 receptions, 155 yards, and 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns on 14 receptions is a pretty good deal. He does not have any stats since the 2022 season where he was with the Kansas City Chiefs. Baylor Cupp was added to the injured list, the practice squad injured list, in order to create the space necessary to sign Jody Fortson. And now the Chiefs have Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, and Jared Wiley on the active roster, Peyton Hendershot and Jody Fortson on the practice squad. Look, so is there anything to be made of this signing? I'm not sure. I don't particularly think so. I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind it, which is not to say that it is a bad signing. I just don't understand what it is that Jody Fortson brings to the Kansas City Chiefs that they don't already have. I don't understand what Jody Fortson brings to the Kansas City Chiefs that they cannot get from their depth at the tight end position. And I don't know why the Kansas City Chiefs need 5 tight ends. That said, look, they've got a reason, right? So is this a move to bring Jody Fortson onto the active roster? Jody Fortson and Kareem Hunt, not to mention Juju Smith-Schuster on the active roster, not to mention Mecole Hardman on the active roster. This would be a blast from the past to have Jody Fortson on the active roster. But if it is a move to bring him to the active roster, it almost definitely means bad things for Jared Wiley. It almost definitely means that Jared Wiley is behind where they had hoped for him to be in his development. It also means bad things for Peyton Hendershot, right? I think everyone kind of expected Peyton Hendershot, once he was acquired, to be on the active roster. That is not the case at this point. He has been moved to the practice squad. He was not claimed off of waivers, which suggests that once the Cowboys had cut him, he would have passed through waivers anyway. So it may be that the Chiefs just got a lemon in Peyton Hendershot. I'm not sure. I think Peyton Hendershot is someone who adds tough guy tight end sort of persona to the roster, which is something that maybe you don't get from Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, and Jared Wiley. Peyton Hendershot is a sturdy built guy. He seems to be a guy that likes the dirty work of football. Anyway, guys, I'm under the weather, so I apologize. This is where this video is going to end. Your favorite scrambler is sick to boot, and I hope to have you back for the next one.